Well, this could be one of the most unpredictable transfer windows ever because I don't know how many players are going to leave and I don't know how many players I'm going to sign. Hello, welcome to Club 4, Part 8 of the Globe Explorers. In today's episode, I shall be bringing you my transfer special. But before we do any transfer business, let's go through our season review. As you can see, 2 trophies here. So we've got the Carabao Cup. Oh, no, FA Cup there. Carabao Cup. So not a bad season, considering this is my first full season. Well, first season, albeit first full season yet, at Man United. So not a bad start. Hopefully this year we can possibly go one better and potentially win the Premier League and maybe try and retain the other 2 titles. And who knows, might even fluke a Champions League, which will mean that would be the end of the save. But hopefully that doesn't happen because I would quite like to manage a foreign team, but that might not happen. So let's go through some of our newest arrivals for this year. Starting off with Guindo. He wasn't a bad left back. 24 games he played, 2 off the bench, 1 goal, 3 assists. Hopefully he gets a bit better for next year. He's not a bad player. Don't get me wrong. He's not world class. Unlike this player, Dennis Simon, 47 appearances. He didn't really concede that many. I don't really know how many he conceded. 30 goals conceded in the Premier League. That's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Not sure what's happening here. So next signing was Esposito. I'm struggling. I'm struggling with him. He played 19, 16 off the bench, 4 goals, 2 assists. He wasn't bad, but towards the end of the season, he did sort of turn into a backup. And Ethan Goose, absolutely. He's going to be fantastic for us. He's going to be our starting defensive mid or centre mid. Still don't know what position he is. Aidan Militao is a good centre. He's very good. Then Victor Osimhen, yeah, it was just I did only intend on bringing him in as a backup. 7 goals for being a backup. That's not too bad. And Ano Amentovic, not a bad player at all. Very happy with that signing. Hopefully he gets a little bit more game time for us this year. And the board expectation, qualified for Europa League, we surpassed that by qualifying for the Champions League. FA Cup, obviously, we won it. So the board expectation was reached at latter stages, which I believe, yes, at least the quarterfinal. So we did that. Then Carabao Cup. Board only wanted us to be competitive. We surpassed that with flying colours by winning it. Hopefully we can win it again this year, possibly. Who knows? Our biggest win this year was a 7-1 win over Brentford. Our match to remember was a 2-1 win over Liverpool. Goal of the season went to Caicedo. Then club reputation, 4.5 stars. That's pretty much the highest it's going to go. I haven't seen any clubs that have got the full 5 stars. Obviously, we can have a look at that. Annual revenue has gone down massively because I think that's only gone down because we weren't in Europe this year, but now we're in the Champions League. That's going to go up at the end of this year, hopefully. Merchandise, not too bad. Over 1 million shirts sold. That's absolutely ridiculous. Hoyland is the most popular shirt sold, followed by Caicedo. Kim Min-seok, that's an interesting one. So he didn't really play much, but he is homegrown. Victor Roque and Shura Menning. So that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. And our best 11 for this year was Simon. And a back 4 of Molina, Militao, Pequeno and Sanchez. Interesting. No Hakimi and no Guindo. That's weird. And Esposito, Manu, Shirmeni in the midfield. Can't fault that at all. Garnacho, no Victor Roque. That surprises me. Then Cherky and Hoyland. That's very surprising, the best 11. I'm not sure how Hakimi didn't get in there, but I'm not going to complain. Club awards went to Fast Player got awarded to Hoyland. Young Player went to Pequeno. Obviously, Caicedo got goal of the season. Simon signing of the season. Erasmus Hoyland only got 16 goals. Hopefully, he can improve with that on the next year. Hopefully, I expect at least 20 plus goals next year. You don't need to look at that. So let's take a look at the best 11, like the overall best 11. So Unana's still there. Simon is on the bench. We've got Dano, he's at Rennes now. Oh yeah, he left us last season on a free transfer. Same with Martinez, he's at Saudi Arabia, been there for the past season. Inaccio's still with us, Hakimi's still with us, Shuameni's still with us. Where's Bruno Fernandes? He's retired. Wow, do we need a head of youth development? No, we don't. It would be nice to bring him in, but judging by stats, not good at all. The Rushford's still, yeah, the front three are still here at the moment. Anyone on the bench that is not with us? Luke Shaw, where's he at? Assistant manager, he's retired. Mason Mount, where are you at? You're at Newcastle. There's a slight chance we could bring you back, but you know what? Let's scout you just in case you are any good. How much did we let you go for? One of a few transfers where Man United made a profit. That's absolutely ridiculous. Casemiro's retired. Yeah, he's a coach. And obviously, Vivaldo Semido is sold to Nottingham Forest. How did he get on? Absolutely terrible. I'm glad we sold him because I don't know why they had him because he was absolute rubbish. Next year, the board wants us to develop players using the club's youth system. I think we could do that. We've got some very good youngsters coming through. Sign players under the age of 23. Yep, we can do that. Play attacking football, play possession football, play entertaining football, play high tempo pressing football. So basically, carry on the way we're playing. Then actionable objectives. Work within the wage budget, that's fine. Grow the club's reputation. I mean, we are literally at 4.5 stars. We can't grow it any further. Sign players to sell for a profit. So that's basically sign players under the age of 23 or under the age of 18. Then basically get rid of the old men. 4-year contracts for any decent players. Then this year, they want us to challenge for the Premier League title. So hopefully we sort of did that this year, but I kind of want to go one further and try and win it this year, hopefully. Marseille step up chase for Esposito. That's news to me. 34 million. If we could get 34 million in for him, that won't be a bad signing, considering we signed him for 25, a 9 million profit. That's not too shabby at all. In terms of transfers, I don't know who's going to go. It might be just a case of wait and see who has offers in for them. Obviously, Pequeno is leaving us. Who is leaving us? So Pequeno's leaving and Torquay is also leaving us. Youngster, don't care about him. Then coming in, it's only Bastian Mipu who is coming in, so he's sort of Pequeno's. It's not really Pequeno's. It's Pequeno's replacement, so not too bad. Do we have any clauses we can sell? Like any major clauses? Not really. No. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, I can live with that. So think I'm probably gonna come back when the transfer window is open. So on the day of the opening day of the transfer window. So hopefully, I doubt I may have signed anyone, but we might have a couple offers in for players. Here we go. It is the opening day of the transfer window, and the rumour train has started. With the first one being Inter identify Victor Roque as a target. They believe a deal could be worth 86 million. If they can offer that, will be absolutely amazing. Considering we paid 39 million for him, that won't be a bad deal. If they could offer it, that's fine. I'm all for the rumours, but it's whether they make an offer. That'd be the most interesting bit. Haven't been rumoured with anyone. Moses Caicedo has been rumoured with a move to Tottenham. Where do they finish in the table? Champions League. Okay, fair enough. 82 million potentially. That won't be bad as well. It would be bad. We kind of need to sell him for at least minimum 100 million, I reckon. If we do want to end up selling him, I reckon at least 100. But he is 30 now, not 25 when we signed him, I believe. So we have sold. We are in the process of selling a couple players. Obviously, let's welcome in our first signing, and that is Bastien Mipiou. He is a French centre-back, 4-star current ability, 4-star potential, leading Premier League player. We signed him from Benfica for £47 million. Again, that was a pre-arranged transfer. Let's get him welcomed in, and that's the confirmation of Eder Pequeno is joining Leicester, 23-year-old, so there's always a chance we could re-sign him in a couple of years' time. Disappointed with his departure, but at least Bastien Mipiou looks ready to replace him. That's why we've exactly brought him in. Man United rake in record transfer income. That's, hey, what they do? I've already broken the record this season. Yeah, he could go out though. Brazil is a very good youngster. 4-star potential, so it's decent, but not first team ready yet. That's why we're sending him out though. But look at his value, 16 to 25 million. That boy, he's got a huge future ahead of him. Let's go through some of our other transfers. Aurelien Tchouameni is leaving us on the 1st of July to join Al Ali for 48 million. They might as well sell him while we have the opportunity to, and while he's still young, 32 years old, so he's not getting any younger, so we may as well have the chance to sell him. We are making a slight profit on him, so I'd rather sell him now, where we could get at least 48 million, rather sell him in like 2 years' time, where we might not make as much. So that's the logical thing behind it. So we do make a little bit of money. So that's gone into the transfer kitty, where we now have 77 million, 331k left on the wage budget, but with Aurelien leaving, that will go up to at least minimum half a million spare wage budget. So that's not too shabby, I'd say so myself. In terms of the other transfer business, I don't really know what's going to happen. So I think we're probably good for goalkeepers. I might sell one of these, probably Boyce Clark, because don't really need him. Is anyone? No one's interested in him at all. In terms of the rest of the squad, I'm not going to really offer anyone out unless anyone wants to leave. And then again, I don't know. Like I said at the beginning of this video, this could be one of the most unpredictable transfer windows, because we could sell a whole load of players and sign a completely new squad, or we might sell 1 or 2 players and just sign 3 or 4. I honestly don't know what's going to happen. So, yeah, to make sure you watch the rest of this video, because I don't have a clue, you don't have a clue. See how this goes. So I think I probably am just going to come back beginning of July, and hopefully, I'd say hopefully, I should have signed a few players and maybe sold a few. Well, it's currently the 4th of July. We have currently sold 3 players, 2 of them you already knew about, and we have signed 1 new player. Well, 2 in total, but you've already met the other one. So let's see who we've sold. So we have sold, obviously you already knew about Tchouameni and the other guy who's probably on the last page. So next signing we have sold, or next person we have sold, is Kim Min-seok. He has joined Real Madrid for 41.5 million. I think he was just falling down the pecking order, because judging by his potential, he's not that good. and we have sold him for 41.5 million, which is not too bad considering his value, according to this, is 29 to 42. So that's not a bad bit of business. Then first signing for this year is, or second signing actually, is Cristobal Lopez. He is a Mexican right back, 3-star current ability, 5-star potential, Premier League player. We signed him from Cruz Azul for 8.5 million. I mean, 8.5 million for this, that is very good. 6'6" as well, so I'm not sure how he thinks he's a right back, so he might slowly transition to a centre back, but at the moment we're going to be playing him as a right back, first choice or backup. I don't know yet, so he probably will be our first choice because by the looks of it, he's our best right back at the club. So he is going to be a full back, not a wing back. So we will change that to a defensive full back because that is pretty much what he is, a defensive, like pretty much a right back, but a right centre back, but on the right hand side. That is pretty much what he is. In terms of the other squad, not sure what else I need. We'll go to the squad planner for this because I've actually taken a bit of a deep dive on this. It's actually quite useful. So goalkeepers, we've got Seaman. He's going to be our, as usual, he's going to be our first choice. Then Eli Harrison is wanted by Brentford, but he's a homegrown boy. I would like to keep him around, but if he has an offer in, he has an offer. Then left backs, we've got Guindo and Juan Sanchez, so probably just move him up there. Juan Sanchez, I might try and let go of, but no one is wanting him for him. Then Guindo, he's wanted by Saudi Arabia. Then centre backs, at the moment we've got Nasio and Mipu. That's going to be ideally our defensive pair. Then backups, we've got Militao and Ahmed Savic, and if needs to be, Juan Sanchez could also be like our fifth choice centre back. Then right backs, we've got Hakimi and Cristobal Lopez. Let's just do that. Yep. So it says Militao's technically our best right back, but we all know Cristobal Lopez is our best right back. Defensive mids, we've got quite a few players that can play defensive mid, but really, Ethan Goose is going to be our starting defensive mid. Maybe a centre midfield partnership of Caicedo and Manu. Speaking of centre mids, this is who we've got. So we've got Caicedo, Manu, Paulo Marangon. He wasn't at this club last year, where he was, but he was out on loan at Porto, so he's back in the first team now, pretty much replacing Kim Min-seok. He's taken up his spot. So I think looking at this, we potentially need one more centre mid. I'm not sure if we need a Masala or a box-to-box. So I think Caicedo, what is he? He's primarily a Masala. Manu is pretty much a bit of everything. Not really a box-to-box, so he's probably a Masala. I don't know what I need. So probably just a centre mid. Right wingers, we've got Roque, and we've also got Shea Lacey still knocking around. So I think Garnacho's days, they're pretty much over. We are going to ask the agent about interest. 13 minutes. You know what? I take it. He wasn't really that good for us last year. He only started 8 games. So I mean, 6.89. I'll take anything for him. We're still making a massive profit on him. So I think probably another bright winger, potentially a youngster. And then on the left, we've got Cherky, Rashford. Then we've also got a young player called David Strang, 3-star current ability, 4-star potential, had a loan spell at Crystal Palace last year, playing 29 games, 5 goals, 2 assists. That's in the Premier League. So I think he's probably good enough to be in the first team. So he's going to be our third choice right and left winger. Maybe might play some of the cup games. And strikers, we've just got Hoyland. We've also got Roque as well. So Roque is actually wanted by Inter. So, and we've also got James Edwards. He's returned back from his own at Middlesbrough. 40 appearances, 9 goals. That's not too bad. So he's going to be our like second choice, third choice, fourth choice, maybe, possibly, because Turkey can play up front as well. Not a good one, but he's a really good striker. Rashford not so much. So I think that's the strikes we've got. So Hoyland will be first choice, followed by Roque if Hoyland gets injured, then Cherky, then Edwards, possibly. That's how it sort of goes. So I think at the moment it's probably just the right winger when Garnacho leaves and a centre mid. Possibly a young goalkeeper, maybe. I'm not really sure yet. But let's take a look at this squad just in case we've missed anybody out. So, yeah, I think it is probably just who is Thomas Halaran? Yeah, he's not good at all. Ask the agent for interest, but we'll probably end up sending him out on loan again. Who's Marcus Rashford want to buy? Saudi Arabia. So, yeah, I think I think probably just a right winger and a centre mid. And that's pretty much all we need. We've got plenty of money. We've got plenty of transfer budget, plenty of wage budget floating around. So, yeah, I'd say just literally a right winger and a centre mid. And that's probably business done for now. But I suspect we won't be signing just two players. I suspect it'd be a lot more than that. So I think I'll come back just before our first game of the season. We do have the Community Shield, so I'm not going to show you that because I don't see the point. It's just another friendly in my eyes, so I'm not going to show you the Community Shield. I think it's completely pointless. So in that case, I will come back just before our first Premier League game. Hopefully, I will have assembled a squad good enough to win the league. So here we go. We have reached the first day of the brand new Premier League season, and let's take a look at all of the transfer business we have done in this transfer window. Well, not transfer window, but transfer special. So we'll start off with on the back end of last season. So start off with the players we sold. So we started off by selling Ada Pequeno to Leicester for £45 million. Then we also sold Aurelian Chouameni, joined Al Ali for £48 million. Kim Min-seok joined Real Madrid for £41.5 million. And Alejandro Garnacho joined Aston Villa for £13.5 million. Shane Lacey has gone out on loan to Celta Vigo. O'Halloran on loan to Atletico Madrid, and Kanoya Boyce Clark has joined Brentford on loan for the rest of the season. And let's meet our new players. We'll start off with the players that we signed on the back end of last season. There was only one of them, and that is Bastien Mepiou. He is a French centre-back, 4-star current ability, leading Premier League player. We signed him from Benfica for £47 million. Then moving on to this season, we've only signed 3 players, but 4 players in this transfer window. I didn't say we needed to do a lot of business, but I expect there might be some players leaving before the transfer window slams shut. Then first signing will be Cristobal Lopez. He is a Mexican right back, 3.5-star current ability, 5-star potential, leading Premier League player, close to full potential. He is better than any other fullback that we've got at the club. We signed him from Cruz Azul for a whopping total of £8.5 million. That was a release clause, but try to look at his value. We're going to make a decent profit on him. The next signing is Ronaldo. Not that one. I should probably have that as a nickname. Ronaldo. Not that one. So he's a Brazilian 20-year-old, 2-star capability, 5-star potential, decent Premier League player. Don't look it, but he is. We signed him from SCP for £12.75 million. Judging by his value, a decent player. Judging by some of the stats, not a bad player. He is going to be a backup. I'm not sure which side, because he can play in pretty much any of the central midfield positions. He can play in Mazzala and box-to-box, which is what we primarily use. And last signing for this episode is Shane Carlo. He's another Brazilian right winger. 3-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. Good Premier League player. We signed him from Benfica for £40 million. Is he our best right winger? No, he's not. But he can be, or could be, as good as Victor Roque and Ryan Cherky. So, not a bad signing. My good God, look at Rashford. He's only 3 stars. We have had some offers in for Rashford, but we sort of rejected them. So, I'm going to try it. He might be on his way out because he is out of contract at the end of this year. Same with Militao, he's out of contract next year, along with Hakimi, Inacio, Caicedo, and Amenzovic. So all of those could potentially leave us at the end of this transfer window. I hope not, but that might be the case. So I definitely don't want to release them all, but we might be selling them soon, I hope, or we can try and get them down to longer contracts, possibly. I very much doubt that at all. So I guess that's pretty much it. This is the squad, by the way. So the goalkeepers, we've got Simon and Harrison. Could not be bothered to get in a backup goalkeeper. Then we might still get one. And centre-backs, we've got Inacio, Amenzovic, Militao, and Bastian Mipiu. Right backs, we have got Hakimi and Lopez. Left backs for this year, we have got Sanchez and Guindo, wherever he is. There he is. Then defensive mids, we've same two as last year, Esposito and even Goose. Centre mids this year, we've got Caicedo, Marigan, Ronaldo, not that one, and where's the other one? Kobe Manu. Then, speaking of Kobe Manu, or England in general, I did get offered the England job. I turned it down because I don't want to manage 2 clubs at once. Maybe once we've won the Champions League, who knows what our future holds. Right wingers, we have got Shinkano and Victor Roque. Left wingers, we've got Cherky, Rashford, and David Strang, who is actually pretty decent. I reckon he could potentially, by the end of this season, maybe force his way to being our backup. He probably is already our backup ahead of Rashford. Then strikers this year, we've got Hoyland and James Edwards as our backup. He is wanted by a whole bunch of Italian teams on loan, but I've got no interest in loaning him out. He's a really good player, decent Premier League already, so I reckon he is good enough to start. Well, when he will come on, I'm sure he will be ready. So I think that is, actually, before we do end the episode, let's take a look at the season preview. So, predicted to finish third. Do we have anyone in the Dream 11? No, we don't. It's absolutely ridiculous. Who's he playing for? Aston Villa. I thought it was West Ham for some reason. We don't actually have anyone. So we've got a Newcastle goalkeeper, Man City, Liverpool, Aston Villa, Arsenal, a Scottish wonderkid. I thought I'd never seen today. We've got Sabozai, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City. Wow. Who's our key players? Well, predicted key players. Caicedo and Hoyland. Yep, I won't disagree with that. What's our predicted lineup? Just to see if that is pretty much what we're going to play. Probably no. I think 90% is spot on, but obviously Marangon probably won't be started. He's just literally a backup. It'll probably be Degoose or Esposito in the defensive midfield. I think the rest of the lineup, spot on. So that being it, I will see you all tomorrow, or maybe not be tomorrow. I'll see you all in the next episode where we'll be playing our first Premier League matches against Man City, a Manchester derby, and for the first game of the season. That's interesting. And our second league game against Bournemouth. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.